was here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold with a trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Read on with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a ring now. Legendary on the field. Kind of drip is a skill. This the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown. I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off. Slip on, spin move, in zone, scope. Scope for sideline, a touchdown. I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's the NFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports. It's the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings.
Now, this great venue has hosted some memorable playoff games over the years, and these Bear fans are hoping to make some new memories today at Soldier Field in Chicago. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
It wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
On first down, McLaughlin to Jefferson on the slant. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Of course, he's coming off that monster game in their wild card victory, but that's his first catch here in the divisional round. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bradley Chubb. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be two guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway. I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker, that the defense almost relaxed and said, we got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Unfortunately, they got to him and forced the fourth down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 6.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. They find some open field here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down.
The 47-yard line.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
Montgomery on the counter.
49-yard.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 46. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McLaughlin eluding the pressure right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pick up with 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Bears, nothing.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, he did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by the UCF man, Mike Hughes.
A gain of 4.
Second and 6.
And 6. At the 45.
Will get that complete to his tight end, Komet. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, it's Montgomery. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
The 42-yard line. A 6-yard pickup.
Here's Richardson. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 34. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Komet, the tight end. Oh, and he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports.
Vikings 3, Bears nothing.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. Montgomery back to the ground. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Back to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Brings up third down.
The offense on third down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. He'll look to throw. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 4 yards out, and the Bears have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Bears.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James. A sack from his safety position. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
To throw on second down, McLaughlin. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's third down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Looking to throw. McLaughlin. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This Minnesota D up to the task on the third down pass play.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Brought down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. McLaughlin. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, McLaughlin. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, McLaughlin. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run, Cook. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, McLaughlin. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Complete to number 80.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. McLaughlin. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Below Nichols. Coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Vikings 6.
So a dozen plays on that drive, CD, but in the end, it yields just the 3 points.
Well, they were able to keep the defense on the field for a long time, but let's be honest about it. That was about as unsatisfying a drive as you're going to get. 12 plays and you only get 3 points out of it. Not quite the ending they were looking for.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brought down at the 28.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
That's good for the Chicago Bears.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
They'll run on first down. Montgomery. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. Second quarter action. 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
Intercepted by the Vikings.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Yeah, quick throw here. That's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. Operating from the gun. McLaughlin, man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. He had 6 catches in the wild card win, and that's his first one here in the divisional round, and it's a first down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to the air on 2nd down. McLaughlin, and he comes back with one complete. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 3rd field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, McLaughlin, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Johnson on the coverage.
They'll run for it. Cook. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he finds Montgomery complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by Montgomery. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
52 to the mark, 52.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll get this underneath to Montgomery. And he will have the Bears first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And not much happening there as he'll get it back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Brought down right at.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee. Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Caught on the right side by Adams.
The pass.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. He'll be dropped at the 30. The first broken tackle couldn't bust him free.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. first kick 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has three options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football from triple option, you've actually called that play. Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
2 yards, good enough for a first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
On second down now, it's Montgomery.
David Montgomery.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Richardson. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
By number 37.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
They run. Montgomery.
At the Vikings.
Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
By the Vikings. They'll take over.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Back to throw. McLaughlin. His throw incomplete.
McLaughlin's pass.
Kyle Fuller there defensively. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Operating from the gun. McLaughlin brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
That keeps the score Bears 7, Vikings 6.
Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
1st and 10. At their own 60.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down. McLaughlin over the middle complete. That's Richards.
McLaughlin's pass.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. From the gun, McLaughlin. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Here's Logan Cook now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Give them the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 6. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion when you count on your D to make it stand up.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Right now, Charles, this is the drive of the season. You're on the road here in the playoffs. It's put up or shut up. They need points.
This is where you have to come together as a team, as you just noted, on the road. So that means they've carried that mentality with them throughout. Hey, we've got to go out there, we've got to rely on ourselves, right? Focus, yet still find the fun in it. How great is this, guys? Look at the spot we're in right now. And then go to your top players, call the plays that they run best.
Yeah, sort of controlling their own destiny, but this place has been loud. Not going to be easy. Throwing on 1st down. McLaughlin. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
McLaughlin's pass intended for number 88. Incomplete.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. McLaughlin. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McLaughlin. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
That's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
6 yards left on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Off the option, he'll try and run with it. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3.
Brought down behind.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And again they stuff him. A loss last time, and this time hitting him for no gain. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again.
And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round, and they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McLaughlin. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards to pick up, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Vikings 1st down.
Looking to throw. McLaughlin, and lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
To throw again. McLaughlin
goes back to Sutton. This time completes it.
McLaughlin's pass.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And it brings up 3rd.
On 3rd and 2. McLaughlin, he's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
Down Vikings.
On 1st and 10, McLaughlin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Throwing again. McLaughlin. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19.
Zach Ertz.
A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes this to Sutton.
McLaughlin.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And Cook has it, left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
3rd down.
That's complete, right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough...
It got his man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 26. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He's back to throw.
Open man is Komet, the tight end.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Pinheiro for the Bears field goal.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board.
The kick is good. That ties the game 13-all.
So a big kick to get this back to even, yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
On first down, McLaughlin, and he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. He's going to get this one down to Cook. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Throwing on first down, McLaughlin. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McLaughlin setting up the screen for Cook. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. The last catch nearly got them a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. A give to Cook out of the gun, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This would put them in the NFC title game. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here to defend.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
Overtime in a playoff game, awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime, so many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
His 49-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Part of the reason we're in overtime, all the interceptions he's thrown in this game, but that was a good throw right there.
He's really not daunted, is he, partner? I mean, it's been interception palooza for him, and he's still pushing it downfield, trying to make a play, and he was successful on that throw.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Richardson.
Yard line.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 27.
For another.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Xavier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 24.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target. But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Makes the score Bears 16, Vikings 13.
They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession. The field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A huge play there in overtime. 55 yards. Explosion plays always break the back of a defense. In overtime to put them in the red zone, that was huge.
I like your description there because when you get an explosion play, now people are really scrambling on defense. Now they're looking to each other. Who's going to step up? Who's going to make a play? Offensive guys have the momentum. Now they're in the red zone. They've got to be thinking attack, trying to get it into the end zone.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. That is caught at the 7. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run for it with Cook. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Dalvin Cook on the carry. Touchdown, Minnesota.
looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They're moving on. They still have a chance to get to the big game. But let's not bury the team that lost. I think I do a lousy job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.